over here, just like on the empty, we gotta pour in. When we're on full and there's too much and it's spilling out everywhere and we're anxious and we're about to have a panic attack maybe, we need to get some energy out. When you feel that amped up feeling, the resources in the body are going to your muscles, again, a survival state, so that you're able to fight the oncoming threat. But if the oncoming threat is, say, a work deadline, well, being ready to fight it isn't going to help so much as having your brain online. And so how do we get our brain back online from there? Well, we got to use the resources where they are. If the resources all went to fight and survive, well, why don't we use the muscles where all that blood flow went to move that energy? Because actually when we do, they can get reallocated. Instead of to survival, back to cognitive function. When all of our resources are in survival state, you might notice your brain doesn't work as well. It's not a great place to resolve conflict from, right? So getting back to where we can communicate, connect, and resolve conflict and solve problems from over here might take moving in some type of way, getting energy out. But there's a lot of ways to do that. There's a lot of ways you might not have thought of that you can use your muscles and your body to move energy out of you. For example, I'm doing one right now. Talking involves using my diaphragm, the muscles of my throat, to express. Screaming is a more dramatic version of that, but it is using the physical body to get too much pent-up energy out. Singing. Another really great one is writing. Writing also uses our muscles and our neurology to move the energy. And a really cool thing about writing is it works on a similar principle to EMDR therapy, if any of you are familiar with that, which we use to reprocess traumatic information and integrate it into our nervous systems in a healthy way.
Whoa!
Stressed! Let the energy out! Shake up that nervous system. Felt that, right? That felt really good, actually, in a funny way. So, all of that to say, when we're in that really anxious, that amped up, that overstimulated, I don't know what to do with myself, but I gotta do something kind of state, do something with it. You can sit in it and sit in the discomfort and be really uncomfortable. But the thing about doing that is we actually hold on to the products in our bodies that got released to make us feel uncomfortable. When we have an emotional experience, in our bodies, we put out all kinds of things, hormones and neurotransmitters and protein chains and things to create the tension in the muscles, the clenching in the jaw, the sweating, the butterflies in the stomach. Those aren't just thoughts we're having. They're real physical processes. And when we let ourselves feel our feelings or move them, our body can break them down. It can put things where they're supposed to go and eliminate the waste. When we don't, it just stays in our bloodstream. And then our immune system goes, why is this here? It's not supposed to be here all the time. So then it starts putting out inflammation. And we start building up more inflammation. And we get sicker and more confused because then we get the brain fog from the inflammation. So, what's all this come down to? If it's too much, get it out. If you don't have the resources, it's time to plug in. It's really easy, especially in our modern culture, to just keep barreling through and just trying to perform forever. But we don't want to end up without the ability to get home, right? We don't want to end up with our phone dead and no ride. So noticing those cues, using mindfulness to tune in. When am I hungry? Oh, I didn't eat all day. And it was really easy not to notice that, but now I'm exhausted, I'm burnt out, and I can't do what I need to do, right? If we can meet those needs when we feel the sensation, before it turns into a survival condition, then we can give ourselves a much better chance at living in a more ventral, regulated, and connected place. It's only when we let it get too far that it turns into survival. So, my offering for you all today is to create a little menu for yourself. And on these handouts, you'll see on the back, there's a little space to do that. And I'd love, if you would like to offer, take this home with you and maybe even expand on it. Make your menu as big and exhaustive and fabulous as you want. Because stress is gonna happen, and you're gonna have different needs at different times. Sometimes a minute of breath work is what you need in the moment. Sometimes a week vacation is what you really need. So create your menu for all of it. Get the small and the big actions in there that can help get it out, and also that can pour in. Thank you all so much for being here.